Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Factorio, the game that makes everything unnecessarily complicated. That is the title for this episode. Unnecessarily complicated. We're just, using up all the steel that we have in inventory because we can. In fact, let's actually stop that. Okay, we don't actually have enough. Oh, wow, we just turned ourselves into an item bomb. Lovely. Alright, so, well, while this is happening, we are actually going to make our way all the way down to, well, yeah, that. We did actually get some things set up. We have extended it. Ran out of resources for buildings and things. The usual excuses. Let's pick up all of this. Wow. That was a lot of steel that failed to make it into our inventory. Thank goodness for the squeak-through mod. Look, we named something. But yes, we decided that we would convert all of our crystals, whatever they're called, geodes, into a crystal slurry kind of thing. Eventually, we'll process the slurry into something a little bit more useful for us. So yes, so to make this, obviously we need the geodes. We need to get water so we could do our water electrolysis to get our two products. Obviously, one of those being oxygen, the other hydrogen. We're just ditching that immediately off the bat because there is no way. Well, we do need it, but it's all the way in our oil processing area. So it's a very long way away, and we can just create that down there locally. I mean, it's already been created down there, so, let's just ditch the stuff that we're making up here. Anyway, that means that we've got lots and lots of lovely oxygen for us. We are grabbing all of the sulfur that is created, well, half the sulfur that is created from our flotation wastewater, which I do believe is actually filling up again. Okay. So we will need to actually... Oh, wow. What's going on here? You don't have a belt. Right. That explains everything. Cool. So that'll empty quickly, we hope. Actually, let's help that along. Yes, so it's getting split here. Half of it's going down towards our oil processing area, where it will be turned into, well, the same product, essentially, sulfur dioxide, and then into sulfuric acid, essentially. We're using the sulfuric acid here to melt down the geodes into our crystal slurry, which will eventually become... Oh my goodness, where is it? Crystal slurry becomes something completely other. We can turn it into things, essentially, is what happens, basically. We can turn it into this gem seed stuff, I guess? Gem seeds chunks requires us to have mineral sludge, which we haven't made yet. That's a whole nother story entirely. So we're just going to chuck it into some storage tanks. Unfortunately, we can't barrel it. There is no recipe to barrel it. Or at least, not yet. At any rate. I did look into it, because it's more efficient to store all of your liquids in barrels than it is to store it in tanks. Which is one of the other reasons why we decided to barrel all the oil up rather than just dump it in a pipe and pipe it all the way up to our base. We're doing okay-ish on... No, we're not doing okay-ish on power anymore. Wow. Okay. So that needs to happen. In fact, we'll fix that. Let's spend half the episode walking over to the main base. Coal, surprisingly enough, is still going. There are a couple of patches that we missed in our initial mining. Didn't lay it out so well. But yes, this is all going, well, not nuts. It's still slow. And as a result, we are lacking stone, which means we're lacking brick, which means I can't pave the world. Wow, purified water is filled up. Saline water is practically empty. That's good to see, I guess. Yes. So we have done, that's basically what we worked on between episodes, was just getting all of that crystals, all of the geodes turned into crystal slurry. All in aid of, obviously, of making sure that we can continue to make more iron ore and more copper ore and stuff like that. We are lacking quite a fair amount of iron. It is a little disappointing. So we may actually have to do some, turn our slag into more materials for us. Good. It's good. We are getting to places. Eventually. We have filled up completely on petroleum gas. Light oil is, well, happening. We can't turn you into a warehouse because it's too big. Let's get rid of the other storehouse that we've got in our inventory. Right. That means that'll continue to process. We will need to convert all of this eventually into more petroleum gas, but we're not using it at the moment. Odd, I know. Curiouser and curiouser. Where is that going, actually? Oh, that's me getting turned into plastic, right. Brain fart. Let's stop you. Because you're not actually doing a thing right now. You are full. You are not doing anything because you have no iron. Yes. And even if you did have iron, you don't have any hydrochloric solution. Why? Because there's no white goop. Right. I'll use up the last little bit of iron there. Eventually, everything will be working. It's our favourite catchphrase for this series, eventually at some point. Everything will work exactly the way we need it to in the right amounts. Basically means we're going to build this spaghetti factory, we're going to make it huge, we're going to make it big, and then we're going to relocate to another area entirely and build it properly. So obviously towards the later end of this series, it'll all be about balancing everything and making sure that we get the right amounts of materials so that nothing goes to waste. Why do you... Oh, that's right, because we don't actually have any of this stuff. Cool. So we have been busy, just not in the areas that we need to be busy in. Why do you not have? Because you don't have this. Why do you not have? Because gears. Gears are a thing that, you know, need to happen. For obvious reasons. Oh, pardon me there. Wow. Right, let's make it so that this has a thing that it can do. That would be rather handy to have. Right, you start creating gears, you start creating that, and you get my green science out. Thank you. But yeah, that's all I have to show for like another hour and a bit's worth of gameplay. Yes, I know, bad form, showing my timing. Anywho, at least it's working. A little bit. Not. Oh, that's right, we were going to go all the way down. I spent half the episode trying to make our way towards our barrel assembly. So we can barrel more oil. We're actually completely filled up on crude oil, surprisingly enough. So, let's... Do we have a storage chest there? No, we don't. Let's actually change all of this out. Right. And then barrels can go in there. You are, well, not full, obviously. But that does present a tiny bit of a problem. Let's take you all out, put you all in there. Put you all in there. Okay, so we'll do this. And we need to power it. Cool. Wow, this is just messy. Okay. But not my fault. No, it is my fault. I built it. Sorry. I never said I was any good at the game. Or at least not that I can remember. Nuts. We need iron. I guess the next thing we'll start working on is actually getting the silicon down here so we can make wafers. That should be up by the next episode. Because it would be nice to have that actually starting so we can actually make blue science and get the rest of our, well, everything set up. You know, things such as our upgrade planner, which we've been actually attempting to do for quite some time now. And failing miserably at. Turns out we needed all that steel. Let's make 70 storage tanks, because we're going to need them at some point. We can actually now make our better electric poles. In effect, Let's see. Upgrade planner. Alright, here we go. So that is all of that there. Clear. So we are going to... In fact, what do we need to make these? We need... brass. For another day. Definitely for another day. In fact, the next episode... Or maybe not the next episode. Several episodes away from now. Because I said next episode we'd actually get started on making the silicon wafers. So we'll see you then.